part of the family in the Gilliard, and they live on this street.
Yeah, live on this street. Patsy.
And what's the name of this street?
Patsy Mac. This is Patsy. This house right here. For some time, this house right here, Patsy's house. This is Patsy the Max. They live right there. Marietta Mac. She married a guy named Paul Mack, and they lived in that house.
And what's this street?
This is so there's a good deal of significance, you know, about the family and this. The name of this street. Always Street. I'll find out when I get to the corner. Ashton Street. You know, President Roosevelt's time. And they were a major area for black people, you know.
They have affordable housing.
Now, there are a couple of.
So this right here was affordable housing for blacks. Okay.
Where our families, as I said, there were skilled carpenters as well. Middleton Fraser was a carpenter. And I don't know to what extent Uncle Thad learned the trade from his father, but I do know that he was a skilled carpenter, and as well as a boat builder. And Debbie owns this house now.
Just in the family.
Still in the family. Yeah,
Are they gonna fix it?
Well, Debbie, last time Debbie was here, they boarded it up. Now, I don't know what they're going to do.
I was telling my mom she wasn't recording.
The reason I'm coming through here is because Uncle Thad built a house on Line Street. He was the second oldest of Emma Fraser's children. This house.
So this was his house?
Yeah, this is the house Uncle Thad built.
I think the child walk is on. I think the child walk is on. I think that's why the window can't go down.
I don't know why your window's not going down, but I can put it down.
Okay.
But
Wow. That was a nice
So
size
this
home.
is Uncle Thad, Cousin Thad's.
Uncle Thad.
Uncle Thad.
Herbert's father. Uncle Thad had 2 children. You know, and
Okay, stop that.
he and Jenny.
Any memories in this house?
Many memories, you know, but you didn't know. Your mother knew Herbert, but you didn't know Herbert. Because Herbert. Anyway. Uncle Thad. This house was redone, of course, but you get the idea. The basic house is okay. That's called a Freeman's Cottage. And our house was right here. And we built the highway and took it away. Right there on this street, right there. Here in the highway. This house is that's known as what's called a freedman's cottage. It was the first kind of house, style of house, that the African American people built when they got out of slavery. And even before slavery, because Denmark Beaton's house was a freedman's cottage as well. The only house, surviving house.
This White House?
From this little cottage here.
What?
Yeah, this is the only surviving house from our, what used to be our block, or this end of our block, I should say. When I was a child and I grew up, this was the Mitchell Playground.
Oh, that little
Which
thing.
was a white playground. We couldn't go on there. You know, we had to play in the street on Park Street, but this is Park Street. Here, this is where Ellen and I and all of us, we were right here on this street. Park and Shepherd. This is Shepherd Street here, and this is, and that's probably, this used to be Mr. Hudson's house. This is in the 1950s, when there was an effort to build what they called equalization schools, because the black people could, the black protest movement objected to segregation on the grounds that the facilities were unequal. They were separate, but they were unequal, and the law called for separate but equal. So they started building new schools that would be physically equal to the schools that the white kids attended. You see what I'm saying?
So when you say equalization schools, it's really just schools where the schools are equal.
The schools, in other words, the black schools tended to be not physically equal to the white schools. They were not, the physical plant of the school was not equal. And so they started building new schools so that they wouldn't have to integrate. The courts couldn't say that the schools were physically unequal. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they started building new schools to make them equal. But the way they did that was by putting a tax on food, because they didn't have a tax on food before then. But they instituted, South Carolina instituted a 6% tax on food. And then this is over here, this restaurant you see, Hannibal's over here. This is
I've heard they have good food.
This is the principal black restaurant in town now. Hannibal's.
I heard the wait time is very long. I've heard the wait time is very long for their food.
For Hannibal's? Well, I don't know if you're hungry. You want to?
I'm a little hungry.
Oh boy, we gotta look for find a.
Start. So Granddad was an elk, and what does that mean?
He was a member of the Benevolent and Protective Society of Elks, and the Elks were a nationwide organization, a national organization of men, and they black men. Not just black men, there were Elks who were not black men too, but they were a society, you know, a friendly society of people who cooperated together for mutual benefit and good, along with certain, you know, principles that they all believed in, just like a Masonic order.
So what are you most proud of?
Huh?
What are you most proud of?
I said, one of the things I'm most proud of is having been a part of the Denmark Visa Spirit of Freedom Committee with some African brothers called Les Noirs aux États-Unis pour Lecteurs Africains, or Les Noirs aux États-Unis
Oh my dear,
pour les Africains.
What does that mean?
It's still, the book, I understand, is still in print by a major African publishing house in Paris called Présence Africaine. And that is that book, I wrote that book as under the pseudonym Peter Poyas.
Oh, not
Peter
your name.
Poyas was one of the lieutenants of Denmark Vesey.
Yeah.
And I used his name as a pen name when I was there in Paris, working with the brothers and sisters at BERA, Bureau d'études de réalité africaine.
What does that title mean?
It means Office of African Réalité, African Affairs.
African Affairs, okay.
Yeah. The réalité. And I was able to work with them, and it's the first book I understand has ever been written by an African American and Africans on African American history.
Well, that's a good coming together of the diaspora.
Yeah, so that's a part of the family history as well, that I was able to write a book about African American history. That is probably the first book that co-authored by African Americans and Africans on African American history.
As you can see, my cousin is a trailblazer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was something I forgot to add.
Well, it kind of ties in with what you mentioned today is like across the street.
Yeah, it's right across the street from my house, from where I live.
So this line.
So I'm very.
So we're gonna see that right quick.
I've never taken you there.
You might have, but I don't have the best memory.
You don't have a picture of it. Yeah. Well, you need to. It's not that far. It's like 3 minutes from the front door.
Oh.
It's, 5 minutes from the front door, if you walk slowly.
Okay, I'm gonna run.
So you need to take a picture of the Denmark Vesey Spirit of Freedom.
I'm gonna do it right now. Alrighty. Well, bye, cousin Alfred. Thank you for all the stories.
All right.